What's up? How you doing? My name is Solo KM. I'm a poet and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna be performing for you one of my poems entitled Self Therapy. Hope you enjoy it. Timelines don't define you, but you keep busy chasing milestones. Milestones set up by society. The very thing you try and go against, but you end up getting entangled. I can't blame you, but I can blame the peer pressure that you pick up from the socials. It's beyond you. You can't control it, it controls you. Consciously or unconsciously, every move you make, every feeling felt. I can't do much, but just watch while it consumes you whole. Because you listen, but you never listen. You like the adventures that come with it, but you're not ready to face the responsibilities it brings along. At least that you know. Depression and anxiety are real, but yours might be self-imposed, don't you think? Well, you might say that it is insensitive, but think about it. Think about it. When did it start? How do you feel when you say, I'm depressed? Or, my anxiety is kicking in? Is it the same feeling every time? Or is it different on each episode? What's the cause? Are you the cause? But that's for you to answer, because I'm just your inner self. Thank you very much, guys. So that was the poem entitled Self Therapy. So Self Therapy, I wrote it on May 3rd, 2019. I'm gonna go through some of the stanzas and lines so I can explain it to you, so you can kind of see where I was coming from with the how I came up with the whole concept and stuff. So in the first line, timelines don't define you, but you keep busy chasing milestones set up by society. So timelines don't define you. Basically, I was talking about like timelines from your social media, Facebook, be Instagram, Twitter, timeline. On your timeline, you see a lot of things there. People's statements, people's pictures, a lot of things, people's comments about you, and none of that defines you. So you're supposed to be independent from all of this, all of this social media stuff. So, but you keep busy chasing milestones set up by society. Yeah, like it's milestones which are set up by this quote-unquote society that you don't have to live up to. You can do things on your own time when you're ready, and everyone has their own chance. It's just about timing. God's timing is the best, and wait for your time. Just work hard, stay focused, wait for your time. You don't have to keep on chasing what other people have right now that you may not have, because you're gonna end up losing focus from what you might have earned, or you're supposed to earn, or supposed to get, instead of going blindly following things that maybe might look of value to you now, but when you get them, they're not really that important. So the very thing you try and go against, but you end up getting entangled. So you get up caught up in the in the cycle of chasing this, chasing that. So, and I can't blame you. It's true. I can't blame none of us, because all of this thing is new. As the other line says, it's the pressure that you pick up from the socials. The pressure that we pick up from social media, and it's beyond our control, because we are slowly trying to learn how to use it, and the effects are still new to this generation, to the new generation and the past generation. 90s babies, 80s babies, and also the 2000s are actually the ones who are being affected more, because they can't live without it. At least the 80s, 90s people can sometimes disconnect, because they are used to not having it before, so it's just it's a big mess. So it controls you consciously or unconsciously. Sometimes you have your phone and you just like you're just itching to check what's going on. You just pick it up to see, did I receive a notification, or all that stuff. So every move you make, every feeling felt. So every move you make consciously. So this line actually meant like every move you make is kind of dictated by what you kind of pick up from the socials, and all the feelings that you feel are kind of also dictated by social media. So you have to kind of detach from that. Something that I'm also learning as well. As I was writing this is one of the things that was going through my head, like how can I detach myself from all this and live in the reality and live in the now, because they're all the entertainment tools, and they're also networking tools, which are very, really important, and they are very advantageous if they are used right, but if you misuse them and if you get up caught or entangled in them, you get lost. I can't do much but just watch while it consumes you whole. So at this point I was just like, it's like an advice I'm giving to the to the quote unquote persona in the poem. So it's like I can't do much. Like I've been trying to talk to you, but you're not listening. So I'm just watching you while it consumes you whole, because you listen but you never listen. A lot of people they will listen, but they never really listen. You just tell them, goes in from this year, comes out from the other year. So you like the adventures that come with it. A lot of us like the glamour and the pomp that comes with the good things that we see on social media, the fancy lifestyle, the cars, the staying in big hotels, but you're not ready to face the responsibilities that comes along with them. For example, if it's overspending and going above your budget, and then you have to stretch out without having to cater for the things that really matter in your life. So anyway, depression and anxiety are real, but yours might be self-imposed, don't you think? And then once people lose money and they get into debt because of trying to overspend and trying to live this false and fancy lifestyle, now they get into depression. They start having anxiety, because now they don't know what to do. They're stuck in this dilemma on how to move forward. It's something else. And also on the thing of likes, sometimes you post a pic and people don't like your pic as much, and someone get depressed, or someone posts something and has anxiety because they don't know how many likes it's gonna get, or someone comments on their post and it spoils their whole mood because someone said something nasty to them. You can just get off the app, as simple as that. So I know it's not as easy, but once it's inner engineering. Once you engineer your mind to kind of detach from it, it becomes so easy, Anyway, moving forward, the next line, well, you might say that it is insensitive. So I was just saying that just not to sound insensitive, because let me just say, I know that depression is real, anxiety is real. I have friends who have faced or are facing depression. I myself have anxiety to some certain degree. I've also experienced depression to some certain extent. So I do understand that's real. So that's why I put that line in there, that I'm not saying that to be insensitive, but it's just questioning some of this depression and anxiety is caused by some of these things that we bring onto ourselves, like being addicted to a certain app and just getting depressed. So but think about it, when did it start? So it's just trying and questioning yourself. If you're going through these things, I try and harken back and just see where did it start, how do I feel? Because most of the time, a lot of people, since depression and anxiety has been has been it's been mainstream, you know. It has been mainstream, and people have put it in music, and it has become like a trend almost, you know. So a lot of let's say younger kids, teenagers have tried to kind of, you know, take depression and anxiety as something that's normal, and just, you know, imposed it on themselves when they're really not depressed, or they're just sad because they want to be sad, you know. So if you kind of question yourself and try and figure out, like, why do I feel this way, sometimes you might find the reason why and kind of solve it, you know. Not saying every case is like that. Some cases are really severe. I myself have never experienced like that kind of depression. Mine is just like, you know, like anxiety maybe. I do have like social anxiety to some extent, but like depression I've never experienced, like, so I cannot say how it feels, or how people feel when they're in that situation. So I can't speak on that, but I'm just speaking on the imposed one, like where you can see like someone is just sad because they want to be sad, you know. And so that's why the next line I'm saying, how do you feel when you say I'm depressed or my anxiety is kicking in, you know? Is it the same feeling every time? Is it the same feeling every time, you know? If it's the same feeling every time that you feel when these things happen, then that's a real thing. But sometimes it's not, and it's just like you just overthinking things or something like that. So, or is it different on each episode? What's the cause? Are you the cause? So again, harkening back and trying to see if you being sad, which has been caused by, you know, you quote unquote kind of being peer pressured by society, you know, from society, quote unquote, being social media of today. Is it why you're feeling this way? Is it why you're feeling depressed or anxious? But that's for you to answer, because I'm just your inner self, you know. So the poem ends by me trying to kind of say that all of this is you asking yourself. These are questions that you should be asking yourself when you realize that you're going through this kind of things, or when you realize like you're like addicted to social media, or you're being kind of controlled by social media, or by, you know, probably like maybe even the society, like things around you now, out of social media and stuff, but like just like things around. If you feel like you're being pressured to do things just because of the environment that you're in, you know, these are the questions, and, you know, maybe some of the things that you're supposed to think about, so that you can straighten yourself out, you know, so that you can have a peace of mind, and you can have healthy, I would say like mental space, a healthy mental space. Yeah. So that has been the video for today. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Click the subscribe, subscribe, and click the bell next to the subscribe button, so you can know when I drop new videos. And hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, please comment down below, and hope to see you in the next video. Cheers.